papa yanyihaga foti nimpichakarkutu
amagara gange ninyatugonza pensions ninzarwaho kagadi.
My name is Atgonza Patience. I was born in Kagadi, Nyanswa in a year of 2006. I was raised in different homes because my mom died when I was still a little girl. My mom was killed by my father as they used to fight a lot, my dad claiming that I wasn't his daughter. At some point, my mom got fed up and moved back to her parents' home, where my dad followed us. One day, as my mom was coming from the garden, my dad showed up with a panga and cut off her head. Sadly, that he wasn't arrested for the terrible thing he did to my mother. These are the nightmares that I've been battling with for the rest of my life. Growing up without a mother, in different homes, all the suffering that I went through changed my whole life, leaving me with no option of getting married at a very young age of 14.
Tafune chance yokuroraho nyina nyorwanze.
After that coincidence, I was taken by the police officers and I was there for a year. Then, as I was playing in the playground with other children, my dad showed up and took me away to go and live with him. By that time, he had got another wife, whom was my stepmother. I suffered a lot in my father's house. My stepmother tortured me to an extent of giving me poison, but thank God that I didn't die. I started going to school at the age of 6, but even getting school fees was so hard. Time reached, my stepmother forced my dad to stop paying for me school fees, as she was telling my dad that after all, she's not your child. She made me stay at home, do housework. By the way, I stopped in primary 5. Time reached. I was fed up of being tortured. I decided to run away from home. By then, I was 12 years old, going to my auntie, that's my father's sister, to seek for help. I even didn't know where she stays. I had no money. I had nothing. I walked for 3 days, trying to look for her. The good thing is that I knew her name. I was just asking people around, but after I found her, she welcomed me. After a few weeks, she started being rude, telling me all these bad things about my mom, not giving me food, and all the time saying that I'm not part of their family. I started wishing my mom was still alive. I decided to leave her house, running to my grandmother's house, that's my mother's mom. I stayed there for a year. By that time, I was growing up, started going in my menstruation period, things that I didn't know. It was like a surprise. I was like, what is this? I didn't have money to buy sanitary pads and other things that a girl at my age would want. No one was providing anything.
lekaho mazire kwemba. Mgambe ndi busy. Mgambe mwana na chulenjane muruma. Mgambe ndi mnichumba obusara bw'omwana. Majira natoka. Watu are anko wafen. Mgambe ndi busy.
I had to find a job. My friend who was staying next to us, who told me about these jobs in a tea plantation that was a few miles away from home. I went there and I asked for a job. Luckily enough, I got it with a salary of 2,000 Ugandan shillings per day. But for me, that was something. By then, I was 13. As I was working in the tea plantation for like 3 months, then I got my boyfriend. At first, I didn't want to do anything with him. But later, I was like, I have suffered for all these years. So I saw marriage as a lifesaver. I just wanted to be with my own home, where no one won't wake up and chase me away, a place I can call home, because I was fed up of moving up and down.
Obona kutunda egi mpunu yange ebyo neho ebyo kakurora hona ninyo wende munikwata kwata mu mpora kweyizaho nyencha omwananga arabata.
Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing.